Hey kid authors, it's me again. I hope that you had a very wonderful weekend. I did. Very tired though, can you tell? I think my makeup is like all the way down my cheeks. Oh, goodness. It's been a long day. I wanted to say thank you for giving me all your ideas for your villains. We're going to hold off on that for a second because I have something I want you to do. So, we were talking about villains and a problem that our lovable character Dive Bomb can come across. So you gave me all kinds of suggestions for problems that a flying garden gnome might encounter. But I want you to think about something. So instead of a problem, what is it that Dive Bomb wants? Does he want a happy ever after ending? Does he want a pot of gold? What is something that he's searching for during the book? It doesn't have to be that he's actually searching for something, but he wants something. So what does Dive Bomb want? And when we know what he wants, then it'll be easier for us to pick out who his villain is or what kind of problems get in his way while we're writing our story. So you can pick out a villain ahead of time, but you'll find it might be easier if you know what he really wants before you start writing the problems that get in the way. So let's try to think of what a flying garden gnome really wants and respond to this Mission 5 post with what you think that Dive Bomb really wants. I know some of you kind of already did that in the other, like the Mission 4 post. You kind of said what he really wants. Like I think somebody, Hayden, I think said that he wanted a girlfriend or something, and there were other things. So tell me again, or think about, if you didn't give me a suggestion before, think about what Dive Bomb, the garden gnome, really wants. And it can be anything, small or big, doesn't matter. And so if you think about books that you read, I know I keep coming back to Harry Potter, but Harry Potter just wanted to feel accepted, and he didn't want to, in the beginning, he didn't want to go back to his aunt and uncle's house. He wanted to know more about his family. Those were things that he really wanted. And then in the end, he really wanted to get rid of Voldemort. So those things change as you go further into the story. Like Harry Potter was 7 books, right? 7, I don't know. A lot of books. Harry Potter was a lot of books, and the thing he wanted in each book was mostly the same, but not always. And my son is coming in and letting the dogs in. So Harry Potter wanted something. If you have a story, like if you give a moose a muffin or a mouse a cookie, what do they want? They want a cookie. They want a muffin. And then they want other things too, but ultimately they want a muffin or a cookie. So every character wants something, usually, in a typical story. Sorry about the slamming door. In a typical story, every character wants something. So we want to figure out what Dive Bomb wants. And for the second part of this mission, there's 2 parts. I know a lot of you have extra time because it's a holiday on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And if you're watching this movie or this video at a different time, make sure that's true so you don't get confused. But for our purposes for this video, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday. So what I want you to do, tell me what Dive Bomb wants. And also, I want you to draw a picture of Dive Bomb. So, if you draw a picture, you can take a picture, hold it up. I think Gabby held up her picture so I could see it. You can scan it and email it to me. You can post a picture in the Kid Blog site, so you can make a post and post a picture. You can even mail it to me if you'd rather mail it to me, and I will put my address underneath this video in the Mission 5 post, and I check that a couple times a week. But it's really important that you draw me a picture if you want to draw a picture, because I might use some of these pictures for our book when we publish our book. So I want to see what you think he looks like, and I will also be drawing a picture, and I'll post that too. I just have to have the time to use my fancy schmancy little notepad thing. So draw me a picture and get that to me somehow. You can post a new post, you can reply, I don't really care, just let me know and I'll look for the picture. And tell me what he wants, and that is it. And I will be picking a villain on Tuesday, probably. I'll think about that. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for sharing your stories about the person that in your family or your family friends who you spoke to ask about their story. That's very cool. I like hearing those stories, and I hope you enjoyed asking them about their stories. And this is really long, and I'm going to go. So you guys have a good day. Talk to you later.